Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today, and today we are reviewing the 2014 Lexus IS350 convertible. And as you can see, my dad, who normally is behind the camera or in front of the camera, is not here, but he's actually in the car. And so with that being said, he's going to actually put the top down of this convertible, and you're going to see kind of in real time how it goes. So he's sitting in the driver's seat right now, he's putting it down. I'm going to kind of walk around and everyone can see how it goes down. It is a hard top, does fold into the trunk, which leaves you with minimal trunk space, but really it's just a push of the button, you're holding it. He's at a stop right now, the engine isn't even on, but he's at a stop, it's putting down, and it is now complete. The windows are down, everything is good. So there is the top being down, and as he gets out, I'll let him take over. Dad, was that fairly easy to do? Or?
Yeah, just a push of a button, top comes up and down. As Richard said, this is a hard top convertible. The downside is, which we'll show you in a minute, is the trunk space is limited. The plus side is when the top's up, it's like having a two-door coupe at that point. Nice, less noise inside, etc. But even with the top down, you'll notice in our driving portion that we get to, we'll talk about that as we drive. We'll kind of mention some of the noise levels, etc. as we'll drive in it, and you'll see that here in just a minute. But as Richard said earlier, F-Sport package on this car. It doesn't give you any more performance in the engine, anything along those lines. It's really badging and some different things. I like it. It gives you some different pedals inside, different badging, different steering wheel. I like it. One thing, and we mentioned this in the short review, I think maybe we did, maybe you didn't. Anyways, if we didn't, different front end on this car. This does not have the big, huge spindle grille. I like this. Lexus, if you're listening, I think on the old guy side of it, Richard, he likes the bigger spindle grille, and it just kind of shows you where Lexus is headed. I like the clean look of this front of this car. Just a good looking car. This car, by the way, looks a lot better top down than it does with top up. So, you know, those of you that are looking at the car, you'll know what I mean by that. But again, F-Sport, different badging, different wheels. Beautiful red color. Lexus does a really nice job, by the way, on their paint. I think it's some of the classiest colors that are out there. They do just a fantastic job, and the paint on this car is just deliciously beautiful. I don't know how else to say that. It's just really nice for this red color. Little spoiler on the back of this car, but again, great car. You saw the top go up and down. We're going to go on a driving portion now. When we come back, we'll do the interior, and keep watching.
All right, Drive Radio fans, we're here for the driving portion of our 2014 Lexus IS two-door convertible. This is a beautiful red color, but it is a convertible. Take notice as we are driving, and we'll kind of take off here, of the noise or the absence of noise. Lexus does a great job of keeping these cars extremely quiet. We're sitting here, and Dad, you can attest to this as well, and really there's not much wind. We're going about 25-30 miles an hour right now, and there's really,
up a little bit. Let's see if it's any louder.
There's really not much wind, and really I'm not too cold. I really only feel it around the top of my head, don't you?
Yeah, it's not bad. And if you roll the windows up, which I can do real quick, it actually even gets that much quieter. And in fact, it's very quiet with the windows up. Keep in mind, you can roll the back windows up, keep the back windows down, and when all the windows are up, really you can't feel much of the wind around the car. But with any Lexus, rides very smooth, very quiet. This car does have 306 horsepower on it, so it will get up and haul the bacon, as you like to say, Dad. So really, it's a great car. What are your thoughts, Dad? Yeah, this car is nice. Lexus does a good job, of course, and I know a lot of people, you know, will criticize them for certain things, but I like them. I like also the way they've redone the dash in this car. We'll talk more about that as we come back and go through the interior, so I'm not going to get into that a lot. We're really just kind of talking about the drive, the ride, the power, which all that is great and it works well. So yeah, we'll switch over real quick and we'll go right to the interior of the car. All right, folks, we're moving to the interior. You can see trunk up, which, by the way, big trunk, got nice gas supports to help, you know, raise and lower the back trunk deck, which is nice. Here's the top. Everything's folded down, and as you can see, top down driving this, you're going to have room for a couple of luggage, you know, a couple of suitcases back here, small carry-on type suitcases, or a set of golf clubs, maybe two stacked on top of one another. It's going to be tight. You're going to need that back seat if you're going on a golf trip and you have luggage, or if you've got extra luggage, you're going for more days, etc. You're going to need the back seat to put some of that stuff in, or pack lightly. That's the other option you've got, which in the case of my wife, that doesn't ever happen. So pack lightly is not a word that's used in our house unless it's me packing. All right, with that, let's move around to the front of the car, or the interior front of the car. We mentioned earlier there's not a lot of room in the back seat, and we're not going to cover a lot of that because you're not buying this car to put somebody in the back seat. You're buying this car to have fun, go out, enjoy things, enjoy the sunshine, etc. That's why you buy a convertible. You do not buy a convertible to have a back seat. So with that, let's go ahead and get the car started up here. And you can tell, very quiet. yet has a little bit of an exhaust tone to it. Not a lot, but a little bit. Nice, clean center stack. I like the way they've changed the Intune in this. They've redone the buttons similar to what's even in some of the Highlander. Actually, is even a step above this, but nice the way they've done the buttons. Although I do like the whatever they call it, Richard, where it's got the mouse pad in it, which, by the way, that's getting changed. We'll talk about that in some later reviews. We went out for an NX launch the other day, and they're changing the scrolling portion of that, and that's going to get a total reface here in the fall. So look for that, more of that to come. Paddle shifters over here, Richard, if you can show real quick. So on the F Sport, and I'm not sure if it comes standard on this IS with paddle shifters or not. I know this is an F Sport option. There's the dash assembly or the dash gauges, etc. Again, nice car. Lexus does a good job. The only complaint that I would have for $54,000, and it's not really a complaint, is the side, Richard. If you can kind of look more at your side over there, you notice how they've done some nice leather and nice upholstery, then they go into this plastic trim up above. I wish that had more of, I don't know, some wood grain or some fancier, you know, continue the leather on around something. But this, to me, this plasticky look just kind of cheapens up the inside of what would be a really, really nice luxury car. You know, nice vented heated seats in here, nice leather, nice upholstery. Everything else in this car is done well. The steering wheel's nice, and then I got to look at this plastic trim around me. And I know it's not plastic, but it's kind of this rubberized material, and it just, you know, Lexus, leather that. Make it padded, sew it together like you do on a lot of your other cars. I know this is just the IS version, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I don't care if you add a little bit of the price, add some money to the price, make this a little bit nicer. So anyways, Richard, I'll tell them how to find us on the weekends. Drive Radio. You can see us at drive-radio.com. You can watch us every weekend. We put a link right to YouTube right there. You can actually watch our show. We podcast all of our shows. You can hear us live at 560thesource.com or on your TuneIn app. Just download TuneIn, search for 560 The Source, and you can listen to us at any time, any place, as long as it is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Otherwise, you're going to have to catch us on one of our podcasts, which, by the way, we're on SoundCloud also. So you can go to SoundCloud, search for Drive Radio that way. But I hope you've enjoyed this review. This has been our longer review. If you want to see the shorter review, which by now you've already seen everything you want to see, so you're probably not going to watch it. But we do a long review and a short review here on YouTube. So with that, hope you've enjoyed it and have a great day.